All right, all right, all right. Going online. Still fixing the camera. Such a dumbass. All right. All right. Let's wait for Stefan to connect. Oh, there he is. There he is. Invite Fishburne. Oh man. Hello. Hello. Hey Henry, what's up? Hey Stefan. Oh man, I just sent you a request. Click here. Click somewhere on the screen to join. Oh man. It says unable to join. What the fuck? Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Fishburne is unable to join. Let's try a little more. Let's see. All right. I think he's gonna be able to join in a second. Hang in there. Hang in there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Stefan's probably on his computer, that's why. So Instagram was not made for computers, and it's probably not working because of that. So he's gonna connect on his cell phone, and we're gonna try again. Hey Grazi, what's up? Send you all the info right after the live. I'm sorry. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. Where are you though?
In my living room.
No, no, I mean I can see you in the video. I
Okay, I
sent
don't.
you a request to, what the hell? That's weird. I can hear you just fine. I don't know if people can hear you. Right, sent a request again. Wait a little more. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
All right.
crazy.
Hey,
Okay.
we should have tested this before. What the hell?
Uh, yes, I guess so. Yeah, because I was not really okay. Yeah, I put my phone like here.
Yeah, I always have trouble with my cell phone, man. Where I stop it, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, it's good now, I guess.
Yeah,
How's it
that's fine.
going?
Very
How's
good.
it going?
Actually, funny story. I got my second shot today, the second vaccine. So
All right. How
I
you
was
feeling?
sleepy. I was sleepy. I was very sleepy. So, but now I'm feeling fine.
All right. Awesome. Finally immune, or sort of,
Yeah, sort of
almost.
like like 15 days, something like this. And you get a document where everything is explained, and when you can scan it with your app, and you have a countdown on your phone when you're like
Interesting.
immune.
Right, right. They've used it a little bit in here, but not for vaccination because it's still going on. But I remember earlier in the pandemics, they used like SMS messages to inform you if there was someone like infected in your area or something.
Exactly. I mean,
Interesting.
we started very slow in Germany. The app was like really not good in the beginning, but it got better. And now it's like an app for everything. You have your vaccination pass inside. When you go into a restaurant, you just scan a barcode so you know which people you met in the restaurant and everything. You know, it's really got very good, and you can
Mhm.
look up information about Corona and everything. But it took us almost 1 year to get to this point. This is kind of sad, you know, because
Right.
I mean, we should have had this kind of app in the beginning, not like when everybody is already vaccinated. But
Right. Yeah, I suppose it's like Zoom. Like everyone needed that, but they were not exactly ready for it. So there were some security issues, and but they expanded a lot, right? The business. Like I suppose nobody would care if you told them like 2 years ago, oh, we can implement a system where you can see who got vaccinated or what. You know, nobody would care two
yeah,
years ago,
exactly, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
But so right now I'm very happy about it because freedom will be back in 15 days. No more tests, no more uh, complicated filling out of forms, whatever. Just go in the
Right.
restaurant again and be free. So yeah, and
Awesome.
it was quite surprising today because I just got a call like you have to come in like 30 minutes. Let's go. And I left work
Wow.
early and went to the doctor.
Right. And how are you guys dealing with like someone testing positive at work? Does that mean
Oh,
they just get immediately isolated? But what about the rest of the company?
I think in the beginning it was really like strict. When you have one case, almost the whole part of the company will shut down. But
Right.
right now it's more relaxed. Everybody gets tested and maybe stay home like for 2 3 days, and that's it. You know, it's not like
Uh,
so. Yeah, it's more easy. In big
right.
companies, they even had like cards. So everybody was like green card, blue card, red card, and everything. And it was forbidden to meet one another. So a blue card could not meet a red card. You know.
Oh, wow.
So and when one of the green card would be tested positive, all green cards go home, no matter what.
Hmm. Awesome.
Uh, yeah,
I
that was
mean,
a quite good
it's interesting to see
system, I guess.
how different companies handle that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everyone had to come up with their own contingency plans, right?
Exactly, and you have some positions where it would be really bad if all 3 or 4 people would be in quarantine. So they had really a strict plan so that people will not meet for no meeting, for no break, nothing. Just
Right.
stay away. So let's say for
Yeah,
the
like I asked you that because one of my students is watching and he's managing part of the contingency plan and how they are structuring all of that in terms of like when someone tests positive. And I think he mentioned that a couple months ago, Max, someone tested positive. The boss just sent everybody home, like shut down the whole department, the whole, office, whatever. And at the same time, another company where I'm going to start working this week. We were supposed to start like 3 weeks ago, but then someone tested positive. The next day, everyone went home, like the whole company, because it's a small company. They all work together. It's like IT, so they all work in the same like office. So like that's what most people are still doing, right? It's like you don't just isolate the person, but it's like you have to shut down the business or just simply at least work from home. right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Which not
in most
everyone can
cases,
do, right?
yeah, in most cases, it's not so easy to work from home. So yeah, but
Exactly.
we had like we have like a company of 150 people, and we had like 5, 6 cases right now in total. So and we handled it pretty well, I would say. But
Interesting.
no big breakout. But I guess we were just lucky because our boss don't really have a good plan, I would say. But that's just for our
Right,
company. He just
right,
thinks Corona is not very real, not very, let's say, dangerous.
right.
He's like
Yeah,
conspiracy theory number one.
that's why I said it's interesting because different companies have different
Well,
contingency plans. And this student of mine, he's actually hitting the like button a lot. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you very much. Because that's the algorithm, right? So
yeah,
he knows that, and then he's like, Instagram, this is an interesting live, share it, you know?
okay.
Because that's how the algorithm works. You know, the more interaction there is, the more
Mhm.
Instagram understand is more interesting, more important. Anyways, uh, and
Cool.
he told me that in the beginning, the way that they were handling, and it's a big company, right? Yeah, he commented here, we who live in the south of Brazil are privileged. Yeah, that's true in terms of,
Yeah.
well, many things. But he said that the company was handling, as I said, like someone tests positive, you go home. But then they hired this, I don't know, health insurance sort of company. So they're managing the sanitary part of the business, I suppose. And now what they're doing is early on, the company itself like provides the testing. So if you have symptoms, because you know how it is in Brazil, I suppose, like if you have one symptom, it doesn't count. You just go back to work or whatever. You need to have like three symptoms or something like that. So then you get tested, like on the
Okay.
public system. So it's really bad in terms of testing early, you know. So the company is doing that on their own. So they're testing, and then if you test positive, you get isolated. If you test negative, you can go back to work. So it's almost immediate. While if the worker got sick or just showed symptoms, they would have to wait sometimes, and they could not even get tested sometimes in the public system. So my point is, like, that's how they are doing, and they're also using like some early treatment, which I know it's polemic, I suppose, uh, but then it supposedly it's been effective. You know, it has been working in terms of like delaying reducing the number of days that the company has to shut down or the workers have to stay home. You know,
Okay.
just overall.
In Germany right now, it's by law that all companies have to provide tests once a week at least. Our company do it twice a week, and the company have to pay for the tests. But
Right.
they're not really. We have like 2 people now in our company. They were trained like 1 week how to test, how to, and they can really write a paper that's official. They have been officially tested. You
Interesting.
know, it's very good because with this paper you are safe. You can go everywhere,
Right.
and yeah, and it's very useful because nobody wants to drive around for a test, so you just go during the work time for a test, and we don't have to wait for the result because the paper will be sent with email. So very easy, very
Right.
useful.
Right. Yeah, interesting, man. Again, yeah, different companies, different countries, and you guys. I suppose you guys generally just obey the European law, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, in this case, the laws are very different because, of course, the infection rate also is very different. You know, don't have one law that every restaurant have to shut down in the whole Europe. You know, so we have like, okay, this area they have to shut down, in this area, okay, just wash your hands. So it's not like
Right.
it's the same everywhere. And yeah, the European Union is not so strong as you might think. So like. A few countries say, okay, fuck European law, we make our own.
Right. Right.
So yeah,
No, yeah, I know it's not that strong in terms of enforcing the law, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Hungary always just says fuck yourself, we do everything
Right.
like we want, you know. Like man, right now we have a big discussion because soccer championship, and one country like England said, okay, we just allow, I don't know, 50,000 people in the stadium.
Mm.
And so Hungary say, hey, you know what? Let's make the final in our country because we allow 100,000. So they're like a billing system, and now England says, okay, we can do 80,000, but that's the top of the line, you know. But that's very crazy
It's
because I mean it's a lot of people still in one place and not really having a mask and everything. So yeah,
right.
and we Germans are like, well, don't do too much, you know.
Right. Right.
So right
Hang
now we really
on,
have
you guys. Hang on the fun.
the
Come on. Yeah, you know, I
uh,
thought that Blumenau had anticipated, our city here had anticipated the vaccination because of Oktoberfest. But I suppose you have to wait. How long do you have to wait until you get the second dose, the second shot? Like a
also
month?
I had to wait 4 weeks.
4 weeks, right. Yeah, because I know that this month and the next month are the last ones, like until the end of the next month in August, all the people from ages 18 to 25 will get vaccinated. And but then you have to wait a month. That is September. That adds up. They're probably going to be over in before October. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, that's why I'm so
So,
happy about my shot because I normally it would be scheduled like August, but that's so I'm very happy that now I will be finished in August already. In
right,
2 weeks I'm finished. Yeah, that's very good. And
right,
it's for my own safety also. I mean, I'm not really scared of the virus and getting sick, but still, you know, it's a good feeling that you have this vaccination. So
sure.
also, yeah,
Yeah,
but
you know,
yeah,
my grandma. I've been going there occasionally to work from there, and she has gotten the two doses, the two shots, and she's feeling safer. She's feeling better than like 6 months ago when hadn't had the first shot yet, and you know she was pretty scared actually because she could eventually get the disease and it would not be so soft because she's like 73. So now she's a
yeah,
bit, you know, feeling a bit safer, I
well,
suppose.
yeah, more relaxed. Because like on Saturday, for example, I went to Czech Republic, and Czech Republic is like you can do everything you want again. And we were like 10 people on one table for dinner, you know, and like I don't know
Oh,
seven
sorry.
different households.
Right,
So yeah, so being vaccinated is like okay, a safety net, I would say. You feel much better.
right. Yeah. That's something that it's like a lot of people say that that's the only way to go back to normal, but do you think like it's gonna be like after we get I don't know 80% vaccinated, 90% vaccinated, we don't need any cap anymore, and then in the stadiums and these things. Hello,
Difficult to
hello.
say. I would
Hey.
say
Oh, I'm sorry. The connection jammed
you
a little
stop.
bit, but you heard my question, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Difficult question, I would say, because I think we have to live with the virus because we don't will not get rid of it. But I think um, we have to get back to normal at one point and just have to live with the consequences of like right now people also die on the flu and whatever. So I
Right.
guess at some point we have to be okay. Let's it's
Right.
everybody can get vaccinated right away. That's a very important part. Nobody should be in danger because they have to wait for the vaccination. But when everybody who wants to be vaccinated can be vaccinated, I think we should open up and be like normal again.
Right. I mean, there wouldn't be any reason not to do it. I mean, unless, as I said, like there are not enough people vaccinated, because I've heard that if you don't have, like, I don't know how many people
Yeah,
vaccinated, the virus mutates and the vaccine is,
yeah. It
not
always changes.
effective.
Uh, I mean, the number went up, I think, like from 60 to 80 right now because the new Delta variant is more spready. So yeah, it will always be. a number checking and always be a calculation. But I still think at some point we just have to forget and just live with the consequences because people die all the day. I mean, you die in street traffic, you die whatever. So
Right.
it just will be a normal risk in the normal life, I would say.
Right.
And maybe we have to get vaccinated once a year. Who knows?
Right. I've heard that too. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a lot of coronavirus stuff. Let me just read. I don't know if you read, but
true.
Bruno said that this is my friend. He said that there are many companies that are even testing their employees right on the first symptoms. Yeah, that's probably like a
Yeah, they should. Yeah,
new. That's probably like a new sanitary standard. Like a new ISO sort of certification. Everyone has the tests. You have to prove. Like I heard that last week. The guy said, "Oh, I think it's good because now a lot of these food workers they have to wear gloves and a mask, and I think that's just healthy. It's just sanitary, And he has a point. He has a point, you know.
that's
Like
true.
before,
Yeah,
wouldn't need it, and then it's like, well, okay, it's not a problem. The guy's not gonna spit on my food, but maybe he's gonna sneeze. Maybe he can cough,
yeah,
right? And
true. Yeah.
that now has a mask.
Yeah. I mean, I think in general we get more aware of everything, I would say, because I don't
Mm.
know if it's like here, because we always laughed about the Asians wearing masks and always like, ha ha ha, look at the stupid idiots, always running around with a mask. And now we do the same, and it's more publicly accepted, and nobody's laughing anymore.
Right.
So maybe that's also a good point we can take
Yeah.
from this pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sharing in our group there, so maybe some
Cool.
more people can join us.
Yeah.
No, and if anybody's watching and you're enjoying this listening exercise, share, click somewhere here. I'm not good at this stuff. Click subscribe, like, comment, no, swipe up. I don't know. Just click, do your thing. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Just do your thing.
Every button you can press, just press it. It's for
Yeah,
free.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it's free to do that, that's gonna help me. It's crazy because oh, you see, someone else joined. Theo.
Yeah.
You probably met Theo. Remember when you were here in Blumenau? Theo is a long-haired guy, blonde,
Uh,
IT. Well,
yeah,
probably not.
everybody.
Probably not.
Because everybody's in IT, I guess, so.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
IT doesn't help. That's true.
Yeah, IT doesn't help,
Anyways,
yeah.
so yeah, and are you thinking of coming to Brazil again? Come on, man.
Yeah, of course.
Take the
Yeah.
opportunity
I think,
that the euro is what, 6 guys?
yeah, it went down a little, so I'm a little bit sad because it dropped down almost €1, so or 1 real. But yeah, it's still a cheap holiday, I would say. But
Right? Come on.
the flight is still almost the same, so it's no biggie. Just the inland flight from São Paulo to Navegantes is more cheap. The rest is still the same. So
Right?
yeah, but but of course, end of the year maybe. I hope. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you got a couch to stay, I suppose, if you come. Because I
that's
would offer the
good to
second room,
know.
but that's Vicky's now.
Okay, yeah, but I can understand. Okay, now, but I hope to stay maybe 3 or 4 weeks because just 2 weeks would not make sense. So
Right.
yeah, maybe 1 month would be perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, like people start traveling again, um, and things go back to normal. But I've seen some good numbers. I don't know in Germany, but I went to this lecture last week. There was a secretary of development in Blumenau, and he mentioned that. numbers are picking up. They are as good as like 2 years ago before the pandemic, so it's a pretty good sign. Of course, June, July are always a good time of the year, but so there's a tendency for the numbers to go down in the next months, but it's a good sign. And I don't know like how things are picking up in Germany. If
Yeah, also we
uh,
have the numbers are really great. People go to holiday, small holiday, big holiday, everything is getting back to normal. I mean, of course, you have to
cool,
do tests, and you will get tested in the hotel and everything. And but in
right?
general, everything looks really promising at this moment. But we also have like voices saying, "Okay, let's get ready for the winter because the numbers will get bad again." So
Right.
right now there are two groups of people. One just let's go back to normal, let's have party, and the other say, "Oh no, we have to be cautious about the winter time." But
Right.
yeah, the most important thing that the businesses get back to normal, I mean, the restaurants and everything, because for most of the people, of the business owners, hard times, when you get
Right.
from 100%
Yeah.
to zero.
It is crazy how much incentive there was from the part of the government, I think everywhere.
Yeah,
But like even until now, I was taking a look last week. There is a credit line for May, we call May like micro entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs. Um, there's a line of credit like zero interests. Um, in the UK today, masks have been released. It mean it means to say that you don't need to wear a mask anymore. I'm pretty sure
yeah,
they were let
not,
go.
man, not mandatory anymore.
All right, really?
Okay,
I didn't
cool.
see any news about that.
No,
Yeah, that's crazy because I never heard anything else about Texas. And remember, the governor of Texas just said every business is essential. Go back to normal a couple months ago. Whatever
yeah,
happened to Texas?
I don't know.
Right? It's a good question.
Maybe. Uh,
Is
I've,
everyone dying there?
but I think in America they had a very good vaccination plan anyway, so most of the people are already vaccinated.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much better
that's
than
what
Germany.
Yeah, that's what Bruno kept telling me about Brazil, because a lot of people like to complain about the president and whatever, but still, like there's so many people being vaccinated every day, like in the millions, like
Yeah,
thousands and thousands of people every day. That's very quick. I mean,
yeah,
okay, people think it was not as quick as it could have been, but all things considered,
yeah. I mean, we have 8 billion people on the planet, and it takes time. I would say, to get
right,
everybody two
right.
times to the doctor.
Yeah. Oh, and I was in the conversation group last week. Um, by the way, just really quick, like so. By the way, so Tuesdays 8 p.m. tomorrow, Fridays 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. We have this conversation club. And last week we were talking in the conversation club, and this girl from Pomeroji, you probably remember the city nearby. So she said that she got just she said that she could choose first, so she could choose which vaccination she would get, and she chose the Johnson and Johnson vaccination, which is just one dose.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
someone else said that they had gotten the first dose from one, and then the second dose from another.
Yeah, I got it also. My first
Oh,
is
you
Astra.
said that. That's true.
Yeah.
You said that.
I got my first Astra, and today I got BioNTech. And actually, there was some studies about it, and it showed that it's much better to have two kinds of vaccination.
Oh,
So yeah, so I went for it. So yeah, and
right.
very glad because Astra was not bad, but Astra was just not as good as BioNTech, and the best seems to be when you have both, or two kinds of vaccination.
Right. So you're basically the
Guinea pig.
pharmaceutical company's guinea pig. Yeah, like
Yeah,
let's see what's happened,
yeah,
what's
exactly. Yeah.
happening. Who are
I
the
mean,
guinea pigs? Stefan is like, I'll
uh,
do it.
let's go. I do it. But it's kind of interesting, because normally you should think, okay, never ever you mix, because you think like one is developed with the concept of taking both shots, and suddenly, okay, let's just mix it. But let's see.
Right. It does make some sense. I mean, if you have some antibodies
Yeah,
reacting because of one substance and then you have another substance, then
yeah,
it would make sense that you would get like Incredible Hulk type antibodies, right? If
exactly.
you mix all
But
those.
but there are really two types, because one is RMA, and other one is called another type of vaccination. So I
Right.
don't know the mechanics behind it, but uh, yeah, let's see. The most
Right.
important thing is the paper. To be honest, if I get a shot of water, I would still take it just to have the papers. So
Just give me the papers. Right.
I
That's
don't really
that's
care
what
about
I'm
anything.
that's what I'm thinking people wanna do, right? It's like just give me the damn paper. I don't care whatever I have to do. Just tell me I'll do
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
like on Saturday, I looked at the clock, and the test center would close at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, okay, I have to go, I have to go, I have to go, and just to get the test to go to a restaurant. And right now, 15 days, I can just go without anything. I can be
Right.
spontaneous again and everything.
Right. Man,
Because
it's
you
interesting
really have
because
no,
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that in Brazil, like we didn't, at least here, we didn't have any of these things. Like, oh, you have to get tested before doing something. So far, I have never seen that. Like, you have to get tested. The only thing that they did was they measure temperature and they
Mm.
spray some hand sanitizer on your hands, and that's it. You can go. So it's crazy because a person can be like sneezing and coughing the whole time, and it's like, well, sir, it would be. I think it would be better if you stayed outside, but there's nothing legal, I think,
You can
about
do, yeah.
that. You know,
Yeah. I mean,
it,
I think it's a bit over the top when you have to get tested for everything, but in the end, the test saves lives, I guess. So yeah, I'm
right.
fine with it.
I mean, it does make sense because if you can get tested and it's proven sort of that you don't have the virus, you can go
Yeah,
ahead, take off your mask, whatever. I think that makes sense.
yeah,
Instead of just like forcing everyone to wear masks everywhere, regardless,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
just never testing. It doesn't make any sense. So that's
yeah,
one of the criticisms that I really thought were legitimate about Brazil, which was in terms of the testing. You know, like that they were not promoting enough testing. Like
yeah.
when you come into the borders, when you go into a restaurant, when you cross the state's border, whatever.
That's
Um,
true. Yeah,
yeah. But who am I to say whatever was done that it was good or not? I don't even know. I don't even know.
it's
I don't even
still a
care.
crazy time. Who would have thought about something like this?
Right. Well, Bill
Uh,
Gates had, right? Did you see that he had a
yeah,
TED
of
talk
course.
about that?
Yeah, of course. A famous leader.
Genius.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was the
I
richest
heard I heard
man
that
on
he
the
even
earth.
got the patents beforehand. Patents to like vaccination, whatever.
Yeah, I think he made some money out of it, but it's okay when you can predict the future. You should be able to make
Right.
money.
Right. That's a good point you have there.
uh,
Right.
but
Interesting, man.
a lot of money was made during this pandemic. It was really crazy. I mean, in the first place, when you have masks, you will be rich just selling masks.
Right.
And right now with vaccination, I don't know if you watch the stock market about BioNTech, for example. They
No.
went up like, I don't know, 500%. Uh, that's crazy.
That
It
is
was a big company before, but right now it's like going
right.
big.
Yeah, as I
But
said, with Zoom, I suppose the same with those pharmaceuticals, and also like um, medicine in general, because people think. I think it's legitimate also to think that maybe you can take like an aspirin or something, just so you can have a lesser headache. So you can figure like how much money these companies made, the aspirin, sort of a type of medicine, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
people just rush to the pharmacy and stockpiled fucking hydroxychloroquine. I don't
yeah.
know.
Like in USA, where they take everything.
Right.
Uh,
Cool, man. All right, but that's enough coronavirus, man. I know
I think so. Yeah,
that's the
people
only
will do that.
subject I know, but come on. What about the games, man? Are you still playing some games?
Was video games or
Yeah,
video?
computer, video games.
Yeah,
These things.
but not so much anymore. I don't know. I mean, Corona times would be a great opportunity, I guess, to play video games.
Right.
But no, I'm not so much into it anymore. I mean, I'm still looking for a good game, but the number
Right. Yeah.
is
Yeah, Bruno
yeah,
has a
Bruno,
question. Go ahead.
yeah, Bruno, very much. We had right now 3 4 days where it's going up again because of the Delta variant, but before like for at least 2 months straight down every time a new low number. So yeah, we're very happy about it.
Right.
Because we
Yeah,
was in some
let me
areas
just
we
say
really had
that
high
if
numbers.
anybody has a question, you can feel free to send a comment there, of
Of
course.
course, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
feel free, guys. Yeah, I'm not even watching these numbers anymore. I just know that our city here, I think in Brazil, had the lowest mortality rate in the COVID pandemic, like proportionally, of course, to the population.
yeah. Yeah, we in Germany
And
also because like in Spain and Italy, people were dying like crazy with this coronavirus, and even sanitaries can't keep up anymore with all the dead people. But we in Germany were like, okay, we are getting sick, but almost nobody was dying, and there's still no real reason because of course, we have a better healthcare system, but I mean, the numbers were so much off, so it was not just about the healthcare system. Maybe
right,
we are just lucky, but in the end, we not so much people died. The death rate in Germany was really not a problem at all.
right. But you guys, don't you think that there is something to do with early testing, isolating, and maybe even some treatment, some early treatment?
Yeah, testing I wouldn't say because it's per case, the death per case rate, so not death per uh, people living in Germany rate. So
Okay.
so it's of course the treatment and the early treatment, of course, because the early treatment really showed a lot of effect because people are feeling a little sick. Okay, go to the hospital, and you will be in the hospital right away. So this is a
Right.
huge part of it, of course.
Yeah.
But still, the numbers are way off, are really way off than Spain. It's like 10
Right.
times. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
Bruno
still,
sent another message.
yeah.
Today I had a meeting with a person from Mexico, and even they're vaccinating many people. Oh, even though they're vaccinating many people, the
Mm,
number of sick people doesn't decrease. That's crazy.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in some areas they have this effect because I don't know why, but they get vaccinated like crazy and still the same numbers. I mean, maybe it could be a reason that people are like, okay, now I'm vaccinated, I can do whatever I want again and risk more, you know. I don't
That's what
know.
matters.
Yeah,
I'm free.
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Bruno completed because of the variants.
The
That makes
variants, yeah,
sense.
also. Yeah, we also have this Delta variant right now, and it's really getting. I mean, I always think about it like, we closed everything. We closed restaurants. We could not get a haircut and everything. But still, every variant was like, okay, we have a new variant in India. And 1 week later, okay, we have it in Germany also, and it's spreading like crazy. So,
Right.
I mean, it's crazy, when they just discovered this variant in India, and you should
Right.
think like they're like controlled on the border and they have restriction on travel, but somehow, bam, 1 week later, it's here. Bam, 1 week later,
Right.
not high.
That's why I don't get, because people say, for example, I think it's South Korea, I think it's some country like Vietnam, that in New Zealand, where they just closed the borders immediately, and they
Yeah,
were like boasting, like, oh, that's what saved a lot of people because, you close the borders. That's the secret. You close the borders. And then, as you just said, there's so many countries where the borders are closed and you have so many restrictions that it doesn't help. And again, the other thing people were saying was early um, identification of the problem, testing, isolating, and like they would call like vertical isolation, not horizontal. So not everyone gets isolated, but just the people infected. And again, yeah, that doesn't make sense in some cases. So I think there's a big percentage of it that is just pure luck. Like nobody knows really what's happening, right?
exactly. I mean, this crisis really shows how little we know about systems like this, because in the end, everything will be like, okay, we had everything wrong. Really, it's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
20,
we have
20 years from now, it's like, oh, damn it.
this, yeah,
Oops.
yeah. What did they do, But I don't know. That's life,
Yeah.
I would say. That's always learning.
Right. Yeah, there's this economist I was listening to last year and the year before. Stopped listening to him so much because I really got the message. I think he's as a lot of people say, he's a one-note banjo type guy. He's always talking about how Bitcoin is a bubble and these things. But he always using those idiomatic expressions, which are very popular and are very true. He made me think a lot, and he said, like most people don't save up for the rainy days, and that's so true, right? Like we never think about like, oh, okay, what if it starts going wrong? What if, like I have to close my business for a year? What
Yeah,
if, you know, what if I cannot travel for a year or I cannot import whatever for a year? We never think about that, at least not at this scale, of course, but not even like a 3 month plan, 6 month plan, whatever. Forget about like a whole multi-country, multinational, you know, problem like this. And it's so
yeah,
true, man. So true.
yeah. I think in general, people don't really prepare for anything happening, because everybody's like, okay, the government will save my ass anyway, no matter what
Right.
happens. But at some points, even the government could not do anything. Like, I don't know, if like a volcano breaks out and everything,
Right.
you could have just whatever. You have to prepare yourself a little bit and not just trust and help coming.
Right.
Uh, but I'm not a prepper guy like this crazy American people, like getting bunkers and having stock for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Uh, but I really like to have, let's say, for 1 month, let's say, everything always at my place, and even
Right.
being able to have, I have water at my home, I have gas, I have electricity at my home, like on my roof, I have photovoltaic. So yeah, I would be
Nice.
prepared
Right.
a
I
little
mean,
bit. But
it's the least you can do, I suppose, right? Be a
yeah,
little bit prepared.
yeah,
Because one
and
one thing that is true about comments that a lot of people were making ever since the beginning of the pandemic, in terms of like, well, yeah, everybody's gonna die in the end anyway. Of course, it's not exactly like that. Of course, you don't do anything just because you're gonna die eventually. But I think it's true because a lot of people, they just realized like a year and a half ago that they are gonna die. And that's really sad because that's like, as people say in Brazil, uh, that's the only certainty you have in life, that you're gonna die, you know?
yeah, and you have to pay
And
taxes.
and that's true. Two certainties that we have. That's true.
Uh, uh,
That you're gonna die and you have to pay taxes. That's true. So it's really crazy because again, saving for the rainy day ultimately means being prepared for, the day you're gonna die, whatever your parents are gonna die. And a lot of people were like, and I've seen this ever since the beginning of the pandemics. People started jogging a little more, exercising more, and sure, it's good, it's great. But, it's like, well, you've never thought about this before, so don't make a big deal out of it now. Like, oh, you have to be healthy and we have to take care of ourselves and take care of the sick. Well, sure, we've been doing that for hundreds of years. You just
Yeah.
you just thought about that yesterday. Like,
Okay. Yeah, of course, man. For some people, it was really like, okay, now I have to think about it.
yeah,
Because we
this is
always feel invincible and we always read about other people dying and we think, oh,
right,
there's other people dying.
right.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
a
then
big
death
taboo,
comes.
right?
Yeah. But yeah,
Culture.
that's the way it is. I mean, I guess when you're religious, it's not so bad. You're just happy to die, I
That's
guess.
that's sort of my point in the end, because a lot of religious people were like, well, yeah, I've been preparing to die for a long time.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about dying like every week for a couple of years.
yeah.
Like,
And the big rapture is coming. Let's all die.
yeah, yeah, but that's true. I started running, started
Nice.
started if I didn't, I mean, I wanted to. I tried for a couple of days, but I couldn't.
No, running is not mine. But I also started to ride bicycle again, and I really love it because with nice weather, it's amazing.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. With e-bike.
What? With
E
e-bikes?
Yeah, with a motor. It's
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like virtual bikes. I was
no,
gonna laugh so much, man. You just said that you
that
started
would be great.
virtual
Yeah,
cycling,
yeah,
like on a Wii Sports or something,
yeah,
like.
exactly. That's it. Faster.
Yeah. Oh, that would have
No,
been
in
fun.
real life, yeah.
Cool, man. All
And
right.
I want to buy a motorbike again, but I'm not sure what kind of motorbike. Let's see.
Right.
Because I sold my street bike, and now I want to be a little bit more dirty.
Right. Oh, I saw a car, a big car, pulling another smaller Jeep, kind of those dirt Jeeps, and it was so dirty, man. It was like
Yeah,
all over. It was all brown on dirt.
yeah,
Amazing.
what I like. I love it when you
Cool.
go to water and everything, and the wall splashes and everything. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
It's cool.
I did
I
it when
haven't
I
never
was
did
like
that actually.
20.
Never went. I never went biking or riding something like that. Must be cool.
Yeah, I mean you have because I met some friends in Blumenau. They had a Jeep club, like an off-road club, and they had really crazy big Jeeps, like this stroller, this
Hmm.
Brazilian, and they're really hardcore, like in the forest, really get
Right.
stuck and themselves out and everything. It was really crazy. We
Awesome.
couldn't do it because here it's like not so easy to have a racetrack because we cannot just go in the forest and have fun. But in
Right.
Brazil, it's more easy.
Right. Sort of more lawless. Right.
Exactly. The freedom, land of the
Right.
free and the brave.
Yeah. And the whole America, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
And and what about paintball? Have you played paintball?
I want to start again. We have a next month a really big, like with 300 people event.
No.
So I will try to go there. But I want to start also because it's I mean, I bought everything. It was really crazy. I bought everything like for big money and then Corona.
Right.
Best
Right.
investment ever.
Yeah. I think everybody felt like that. Like I had just started a part-time job and I'm like, "Oh, right, this is going to be great. We're going to put this school back up on its feet." Boom,
Yeah,
coronavirus. It's
exactly. Yeah.
like I was 1 month into the job and I'm like, "I'm doing great. This is going to be great." and boom, worst thing ever
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. But
Oh,
I really wanted to start again because it was really fun. And it's in Czech Republic, so it's more easy right now because you can also do a party afterwards and have a good time. So yeah.
right,
But here in Germany, people started building pools like crazy and makes the garden very home friendly, so they can be at home and have parties at home. And because of this, you cannot buy wood anymore. It's like double and triple the price
right,
because every material for construction is double, at least double the price. That's crazy.
right. Really? Is that
No,
recent?
come again?
Is that recent? The past
No,
months?
it's no, it's like 5 months right now. It's
Right.
really crazy. I mean,
Because in Brazil the construction started picking up also a couple months ago, I suppose. Yeah, since the beginning of the year. We finished paying off the apartment last year in December, November,
oh,
December,
yeah,
and yeah, and so the index that was correcting the monthly fee was based on the civil construction index, and it just started spiking up in the last months of last year and the beginning of this year. So we sort of dodged the bullet there,
yeah, lucky you.
fortunately, because it's really picking up. Like my dad actually, he was doing some construction and he said I had to stop because it just gone up so hard. It's crazy.
Yeah, now here also it's not fun anymore.
No, right,
Yeah, yeah, because some people plan doing something and just say, okay, I have to do it like next year, and right now they're like, oh, I have to wait 1 more year because I cannot afford it now.
right,
But they had big plans. Uh, but for me, I'm a lazy ass, so no construction going on anyway.
right, right. Yeah, man. What time is it right now? Almost 1 in the morning?
Yeah, it's two
Almost
o'clock.
2? All right. So I'm gonna let you go, man. I don't wanna
Yeah,
be
I have
holding
a
you here.
big day at work tomorrow, and yeah, I will be late anyway. So
Right. Man, I really appreciate you doing this. Maybe next time we can do it like, I don't know, midday Brazilian time or something like
no,
that.
the
So
time
it's,
is okay for me. The time is okay.
oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, for the meetings, I also come at 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's
Right.
no biggie. But it was very
Awesome.
nice. Thank you for the invitation, and thanks for all the viewers, and
No problem.
especially Bruno. Hope to
Right.
meet.
Yeah, you've seen them in the conversation group, right?
Yes, thank
And
you.
I just want to mention again so everyone can join us tomorrow, 8 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m., and 8 p.m. Every week we're online on Zoom. If you're interested, send me a message. I'll put you in our WhatsApp group and you can get the link. Stefan usually joins us, right? Every
Yeah,
every week or other. He's there, and there's always very nice people in the conversation group. There was actually someone from Thailand or Singapore. I don't remember
Indonesia.
last. Indonesia. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Indonesia, and you from Germany. Someone from America. Sometimes. So there's always a lot of nice people, a lot of great talks, and yeah, yeah, and that's it. That's it. Thank you very much, Stefan. We're definitely going to do this again. Have a
bye bye.
nice sleep. Have a nice
Bye
week.
bye.
See you, bro. Talk to you. Thank you.